Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another Toy Room unboxing video, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Sega Genesis Mini 2. Now, this is the mini console based on the Sega Genesis Model 2, and this thing might be the smallest mini or classic console that we have ever seen. This thing is incredibly small, and for scale, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out really quickly, and then we're going to bring in the original Sega Genesis Mini box and put the Sega Genesis 2 on top of that so you can really get a sense of how small this actually is. This basically fits in the palm of your hand, more or less. You know, I have like average size hands, I guess, and this pretty much fits in the palm of your hand, which is absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and get into, this is just going to be a quick unboxing and comparison to the original Sega Genesis Mini, but we're going to go ahead and zoom in. We'll take a look at the box, and then we'll see everything that comes included inside. So right here on the front, obviously this is going to recreate the Sega Genesis Model 2 packaging, and I think it does that really, really well. You can see it says brilliant 16-bit graphics, extensive library of games, built-in digital sound, and stereo music synthesizer. So that's really cool. You obviously have the miniature version of the console right there with the Sega seal of quality. Then you can see some of what's included in the packaging. Then on the side you can see Genesis 16-bit video entertainment system. You get that same logo on this side, and you get like your copyright stuff on that side and also on the bottom as well. And then coming over to this side, you can see a list of the games that come included, or at least some of the games. I don't think, oh yeah, they probably list all of them. So quite a bit of games on this one, and my original one is hacked, so I don't think I'm actually going to hack this because I have almost the entire Sega Genesis library, or at least the games that I want, on my original Sega Genesis Mini. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Doesn't look like there's any tape, you just have this little fold right over here. So let's go ahead and open it up. So first thing we're greeted with is the power cables, which is just a regular micro USB. And then another HDMI cable. So pretty standard stuff right there. And does this actually come with a controller? Yes, it does. So, wow, they were able to just pack everything in here very, very nicely in such a small form factor. Because like I said, this box basically fits in the palm of my hand. But here you go. Here is the controller, and this is a 6-button controller where the original Sega Genesis Mini was a 3-button controller. And yeah, this feels very, very nice. Basically feels like a regular Sega Genesis controller. This obviously uses USB as the input. But yeah, this is this looks nice. This feels nice. It has this matte texture on it, which is obviously accurate. But yeah, this is a very, very good looking controller, and I like the way it feels. Feels true to the original controller. And then it looks like the only thing left in the actual packaging here is, other than, what is this? What? Oh, nice. They even included a little power brick, which I wasn't expecting. So let's go ahead. I'm sure I just hit the camera, but yeah, just a regular standard power brick, but at least it was included. That is nice. You can see it is a Sega branded power brick. Very cool. Was not expecting that whatsoever. Alright, now getting into the actual console itself, the star of the show, the reason that we are all here. Just move this to the side and fix the camera. There we go. So here it is, the Sega Genesis Model 2, or the Mini 2, however you want to call it. And obviously it is pretty standard. I mean, the Sega Genesis was basically an all-black console, but either way, this looks very, very nice. Very true to the original. The flap actually does work. There's not actually anything in there. It is literally just plastic, but still looks very nice. Genesis, nice gloss black over here. Cartridge input. Sega, are the buttons functional? They are. So that's the power button and the reset button, which probably just takes you back to the main menu. Then you have the controller inputs right there. And then obviously you can plug in 2 controllers, but it only comes with 1. But I think any micro USB controller will work, so your controller from the Sega Genesis Mini will work, as well as any third-party companies that make controllers for those consoles. And coming to the back, HDMI, HDMI input, and power, which is the micro USB right there. And there it is. It is pretty standard, but it looks really, really nice. And then pairing these two together over here, that is such a good combination. man, very, very nice. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is bring in the original Sega Genesis Mini. So let me go ahead and grab that one really quickly. All right, here we go. So in my opinion, I still think the original is the better of the two. Obviously, the design is much cooler. There's much more going on. Just with that little hint of color makes such a big difference. I said this in my original unboxing of the Sega Genesis, is that this color, to my knowledge, was red on the original Sega Genesis, and it's more of a purpley maroon color on the mini console, which I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't think it is. So that's something that always bugged me. But other than that, this was always my preferred design of the Sega Genesis. But here is the Model 2 with it. You can see the size difference. Obviously, you have basically this whole portion over here is extra. But other than that, everything's going to be exactly the same as far as inputs. You can see on the back right there, same exact inputs. So presumably, since we were able to hack this one, it's my guess it's only a matter of time before we are able to hack this one. Now, the thing with the Sega Genesis Model 2, or the Mini 2, is that this was exclusive to Japan. So you had to order it through Amazon Japan and pay shipping and all that, which I think it came out to like $120 or something like that. So, yeah, I don't know. This looks very nice. I'm happy to have these two side by side, but now that begs a question. We have the Model 1, we have the Model 2, are we going to get the Model 3? Because this had so many of the classic games on here, and this has more of the obscure games on here, as well as like Sega CD. I believe it's Sega CD on here. We have Genesis games, and yep, Sega CD right here. Sorry, you guys couldn't see that. Sega CD right there. So are we going to get a Model 3? And what games would they include on that? What games would you want to see that aren't already included on either one of these consoles? Like I mentioned, I already hacked this one, so I have almost the entire library. But I would like to see a Model 3 just to add to the collection. And to be honest, growing up, Model 3 is the model Sega Genesis that I have. This is still the most iconic and classic to me, and I still have an original one in my collection nowadays. I never had the Model 2, but growing up, we had the Model 3. So I would like to see a Model 3. I just don't know what they would actually include as far as like the games list and whatnot. Alright, you guys, so there's my quick unboxing of the Sega Genesis Mini 2 or Model 2 Mini 2, whatever you want to call it, the brand new Sega Genesis Mini. Overall, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Did I need it in my collection? No, but I definitely wanted to have it. I mean, come on now. Completing this collection, we definitely need a Model 3. I cannot wait. I hope that they do it. Hopefully this one sells enough that we get a Model 3. But yeah, it would be really nice to just have the trilogy of Genesis consoles, you know, side by side like that, or even, you know, maybe we'll see like a Sega CD, like just a fake attachment or something that you can include. I actually think they did that for the Model 1, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so very, very excited about this. There's videos out there showing off the gameplay and stuff. I'm not doing that in this video. This was just strictly an unboxing. I wanted to showcase this in case you guys weren't aware of this. And I'll leave a link down below if you guys are interested in picking this up. I think it's still available. I don't believe it's sold out at the moment. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. As always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.